Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. I know that it's late. It's 9:20 on Thursday evening. And if you are just joining us, I am only going to be on for 10 or 15 minutes, I do promise. So I wanted to come on to talk to you guys tonight all about our first week back at work. And we opened the shop on Tuesday. Delighted, absolutely delighted that we were able to reopen. And I'm sure that there's many businesses out there that were all absolutely over the moon that were able to welcome back customers this week. And for me and the team, I have to say that we were very nervous about coming back this week. We were actually terrified because we haven't worked for such a long time. We haven't had people and been around people for such a long time. So it was quite a nerve-wracking experience actually coming back to work. However, we just very easily glided back into what we do. And we've had the greatest week. We've had a really fantastic week. Lots of lovely feedback from our customers all about how the changes that we've made in the shop have made such a difference, and that people are really feeling the energy and how it just feels very different, very calm, how the space just flows now. And it's, for me, the shop is now exactly where we wanted it to be. And I wanted to share with you guys that 4-5 years ago, I left my old business to concentrate on a full-time career with a slimming organisation. And when I left to pursue that career, I thought, right, okay, I have worked in a spiritual capacity for so many years. Now it's time for me to actually do something different and change my whole outlook on everything. However, I was earning well. I was earning good money in the role that I'd done. However, I wasn't happy. And, I think that's such a huge big thing for, there might be many of you watching this video and you might be thinking to yourselves, I earn good money, but I'm happy. And that's really, I measure every single thing in my life around my happiness. And I think that that's something that everybody should do. We should all measure life on how we feel. So what happened as a result of me measuring my life on my happiness, I realized that the one thing that I loved doing was working with people. And working with people in a capacity to really truly help people. I am not the type of person who ever feels or ever thinks negatively about anybody, and that might be difficult for some people to understand, but it's very much the case. And when things happen where people maybe do things or say things that might hurt us, it really gets you thinking about your process and how you are with the world and how you interact with the world. And for me, the most important thing is feedback. And people need to tell you what it is that you've done. People need to communicate with you. And if people are not communicating with you, then that's more a reflection on them, and that's more a reflection of where they're at in life. Absolutely, and most definitely. The point that I'm trying to get to, though, is that people weren't feeding back to me at that point in my life. They were looking at me and they were saying, you appear to be happy, but they knew I wasn't happy. And it wasn't until after I had made that decision to leave that full-time job and then concentrate on creating the Soul Man, that people started saying to me, I knew you weren't happy. I knew you weren't happy in what you were doing. So I started the Soul Man and Friends with a desk, a kettle, and a whiteboard. That's it. A desk, a kettle, and a whiteboard. And I had a dream. And that dream, it went up on the whiteboard. And that dream was to have a shop, to be employing people who are not my staff, by the way. They are absolutely, most definitely not my staff. They are my team. To be employing people and to be giving them the opportunity to be able to do the job that they love. And I was looking through old photographs today, and one of the old photographs that came up on my phone as I was looking through them was a picture of that whiteboard that I'd actually misplaced. But I always find that things always fall into your lap when they're meant to, don't they? You know, so when I looked at the picture of the whiteboard, what it said, and that is funny because in my mind I had that that's what I wanted it to be. But when I looked at the picture of what it actually said, it said, I want to employ 10 people, 10 people that I can truly trust, that I care about more than anything in the world, apart from my family. Take my family aside because I love my wife and my children so much. You know, my team are my extended family, but they're not my family, so they are my first priority. Of course they are. But on that whiteboard, it said that I wanted to employ 10 people who were my absolute tribe. They were the people who, you know, I could work with, I could communicate with, and it was just effortless. And that was the dream. And also to have a large shop. And that's all I had on my dream, to have a large shop. Now, when I started the Soul Man and Friends, I started with the desk, the kettle, and the whiteboard. Then it progressed to this tiny little shop. And if you were ever in our first shop, you will understand that it was tiny. And I remember standing in that shop, and I remember Dawn, my lovely friend Dawn, saying to me, Stephen, are you for real? Like, really? It's tiny. And I said, yeah, we need to start small and we need to think big. And we made it work. And I truly, truly believe that you could make something work in the cupboard under your stairs if you had the right people, if you had the right ingredients to make it work. And don't get me wrong, the whole time, all the way through, it has been, you know, I probably share all the really positive stuff. If you follow my vlogs in the morning on my personal page, you'll know that I share all the rubbish stuff as well, you know, and I'm a very open and very honest person. But just because someone's dream looks aesthetically brilliant on the outside, it doesn't mean that it hasn't been hard work to get there. And I have worked my absolute socks off to create our brand, to create a team of people who feel valued and cared for. Because, see, for me, the most important thing is that my team feel valued and cared for. Because if you look after your people, they look after the people that come into the business, and then everything works, doesn't it? So I cannot tell you, and the reason for me vlogging or for doing this is I cannot tell you how grateful I am. And that word gratitude gratefulness, whatever you want to call it, that word gratitude, it can often be overused, especially this day and age, when lots of people are speaking about gratitude and the law of attraction and all of that stuff. But I cannot tell you how grateful I am, for the amazing team of people that I have behind me. I think that every single member of our team is the most valuable asset that we have. And they're all learning as well. Every single one of them, they are learning and they're still developing, and my role is to help them to develop. It's to help them to learn. It's to help them be amazing. And anyway, I'm waffling now, but the important thing that I get across to you guys is how eternally grateful I am to every single person who has walked through the doors of our community and felt that connection with the team, felt that connection with the space that we inhabit. And I believe that we could inhabit any space on the planet, whether it be a Portaloo or whether it be a 10,000 square foot space. I truly, truly believe that whatever space we inhabit, because we embody the ethos of the Soul Man and Friends, I truly believe that we could do anything, and anything is possible. There's lots of wonderful things happening in the background as well. We're doing workshops, we're doing events, we're doing things that are really helping people. Not just doing readings, because that's not what we're about. We're not just about doing readings. We are, as the Soul Man and Friends, the Scotland Spiritual Hub, we're about helping people with their spiritual well-being, with their physical well-being, and with their emotional well-being. And if we can help people on those three levels, we're covering all of the bases. Karen, it's a community. It absolutely is. We are creating a community. People make friends. People make connections that last forever. And then there's the opposite side of that as well, where people's expectations of me or of our community aren't met. And I have to say that, see, when that happens, and I'm going to be really, really honest and say to you guys that, see if that happens, or when it happens, and it does happen, and it will continue to happen, where people's expectations are not met, whether that be that that person hasn't connected with the person that's reading them, or whether that be that, you haven't received the email that you were meant to get, or whether that be that you disconnect yourself from me and the community, whatever. See, when these things happen, it hurts me and it upsets me, not because of the person's actions or not because of the actions of anything. The way it upsets me is because I feel like I've upset someone, and the team feel like we've upset someone. And that's why communication and feedback are the most vital, important things for anybody on this planet. So I urge you guys, whoever you are and wherever you are, if you feel like something's not right, speak about it. Speak about it in that moment where your emotional intelligence is screaming at you saying, I'm not happy. Talk, speak, and it can always, always be resolved. It's something that I do through all of my teaching. It's something that I speak about with all of the team. We never, ever, ever, none of us ever have an argument or a disagreement at the shop, because we speak about our problems, we share our problems, and when we feel, any of us, when we feel like there's something not right, we will air it, even if it feels uncomfortable. Because when it feels uncomfortable, that's when we can truly grow as a community, as a team, and as a wider whatever. So wherever you're at and whatever it is that you might be going through, if you are feeling like someone hasn't treated you well, talk to them about it. Don't just walk away. Don't just stick your head in the sand. It's rude and it's upsetting. Talk about it, share it, and every single problem can be fixed. So, Susie, swallow a tadpole. You're absolutely right. Sharon, grateful for meeting you and guiding me on my new life path. Sharon, it has been an absolute pleasure. Katrina, you loved the shop. You felt so relaxed as soon as you walked in. Love your new shop as well. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Stacey, I think you would be an amazing person to work for. You're just the best. Oh, thank you. Nobody works for me, though, I have to say. Nobody works for me. People work with me. And if any of our team are there, come on, Soul Man team, where are yous? If any of our team are there, they will definitely agree with that, or they should agree with that. Otherwise, they're getting their P45 in the morning. I'm joking. Everybody works with me. They don't work for me. There you go. There's Daisy. Come on, Daisy. Come on, jump on. Tell them that you don't work for me. And that's the thing. I work for them, which is important. So I work for them, they work for our customers, and that's how it should be. Susie, grateful for the opportunities that I have allowed you. Fantastic. I think the energy flows. It does flow, Karen. You're absolutely right. So, man, family, says Steph, my little sister. Daisy, it's always a pleasure. Oh, Daisy, I forgot. You're not getting your day off on Tuesday. I'm joking. So, yeah, that's me done. I did say I was going to be on for 10 minutes, but in true Soul Man style, I am still here 20 minutes later. So just before I was going up to bed tonight, I just really did think there that it was important to share with you guys just how grateful I am for absolutely everything. I'm grateful for the fact that we've been so busy this week as well, booked out every day, except for today. We had a bit of a rest today, which was good. And in those days where we're quiet, we just chill, which is amazing. And how many workplaces can you say that you go into, right? And when it's quiet, instead of cleaning, we all give each other Reiki and therapies and readings. You know, how great is that? Anyway, so that's me, done and dusted. But whoever you are and all of you amazing people in the comments, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of everything that we do. So that's me. Adios. I'm about to fall back into space and go to bed. So good night, everybody, and take care of yourselves. And if you haven't booked already, right, because like this part is really important, but if you haven't booked already, it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. All you need to do is type in thisoldmanscotland.com and you'll be able to see everything that we do, absolutely everything that we do, from our training academy to booking into the shop. You'll see it scrolling down the bottom there. So take care, everybody, and I shall see you all later. Bye for now.